Okay, so I have to be honest, I'm a little biased towards anything with ancient Rome. I'm Italian, ancient Rome was in Italy, so I like a lot of Roman history. That being said, I think the first triumvirate is a really cool story as to how it happens, the people involved, and kind of what spawns from that. Now, most people know the guy on the far right. That's Julius Caesar, very, very popular. Not many know about Crassus and Pompey, so I'm here to tell you kind of why this starts. If you go back in Roman history, the Roman Republic was fringe at best. There's riots on the streets, there's revolts, you've got Spartacus, there's a big slave revolt running around. These three are three of the most powerful people in the Roman Empire at the time. Crassus is the richest person in Rome. Pompey is a very famous general, as was Caesar. They all have significant influence, and basically they all want to get together for kind of different reasons, knowing that they need the other two in order to pass certain agendas. Crassus and Pompey are both leaders of different armies that helped defeat Spartacus. In fact, Pompey wants to take a lot of the credit for it, even though it's Crassus that really does a lot of the dirty work. So those two already don't really get along super well, but they're going to need each other for the Senate to pass some stuff. Like Crassus wants to make sure that his army, or really himself, gets paid. Pompey will go and win a handful of land and stuff east in the Mediterranean against some pirates. He wants pretty much land for his veterans, so his former army. That probably wouldn't have gotten passed by the Senate, so he needs Crassus and then Caesar to, have a lot of influence so this can pass. Caesar wants a whole bunch of stuff that he wants to get ran through the Senate. So they all sort of need each other in their own interesting ways. Now, what's going to happen from this is, I don't know, about 8 to 10 years or so, this alliance works. At first it's a secret. Now, secret alliances have been going on in history for quite some time. If you know, before World War I, all the countries have different secret alliances. At best, again, it sort of works. Crassus and Pompey are actually going to be consuls of Rome. That's, again, kind of like their president, sort of. Caesar at the time gets pretty much a 5-year contract to be a big-time general out in Gaul, which is cool. That's going to be one of the reasons that he becomes real famous, because he's going to come back a military hero. Crassus will be the first one of these to kind of have the dominoes falling when this goes bad. He's actually going to die in a war. They're actually going to pour gold down his throat because he's so greedy with money, and at the time his generals did not really like him that much. Caesar and Pompey are going to try a second triumvirate, and they're going to get along for at least a little bit before things will fall. They're just both too powerful, a couple different alphas. Pompey and Caesar will then get in a civil war with each other, which Caesar's army will win, hence why Caesar will become the first dictator of Rome, and then Augustus will become the first empire, ending the Roman Republic. Anyways, look into this, because all three are really cool. I'm running out of time, but per always, hopefully you learned something. Love you all.